Greeting viewers, FireShark welcome all its viewers in today's video. Today we will discuss about presentation layer, which is the seventh layer of the OSI model. In our previous lectures, we have already discussed about sixth layer of OSI model. Now, presentation layer. These are the objectives that we will cover. Presentation layer. Presentation layer is concerned with the syntax and semantics of the information exchange between two systems. The presentation layer is responsible for translation, compression, and encryption. The figure below shows the relationship between presentation layer and application layer and the session layer of the OSI model. Presentation layer is the sixth layer of the OSI model. This layer is also known as translation layer, as the layer serves as the data translator for the network. The data which this layer receives from application layer is extracted and manipulated here as the part of the required format to translate over the network. The main responsibility of this layer is to provide or define the data format and encryption. The presentation layer is also called as syntax layer since it is responsible for maintaining the proper syntax of the data which is either received or transmits to the other layers. The presentation layer, being the sixth layer in the OSI model, performs the several types of functions which are described below. Presentation layer formats and encrypts data to send across the network. This layers take care this layer take care the data that the data is sent in such a way that the receiver will understand the information and will be able to use the data efficiently and effectively. This layer manages the abstract data structure and allow high level data structure, example banking record, which are to be defined or exchanged. This layer carries out the encryption at the transmitter and decryption as the receiver. This layer carries out data compression to reduce the bandwidth of the data to be transmitted. The primary goal of data compression is to reduce the number of bits which is to be transmitted. This layer is responsible for ability of computers to exchange and make use of information, that is interoperability between encoding methods, as different computers use different encoding methods. This layer basically deals with the presentation part of the data. The presentation layer carries out the data compression. Number of bits reduced while transmission, which is in return improve the data throughout. This layer also deals with the issue of string representation. The presentation layer is responsible for integrating all formats into a standardized format for efficient and effective communication. This layer encodes the message from the user-dependent format to the common format and vice versa for communication between dissimilar systems. This layer deals with the syntax and semantics of the messages. This layer also ensures that the message which are to be presented to the upper layer as well as lower layer should be standardized as well as in accurate format too. Presentation layer is also responsible for translation, formatting, and delivery of information for processing or display. The this layer also performs serialization process of translating a data structure or object into a format that can be stored or transmitted easily. Functions of presentation layer. We will discuss about three main functions of presentation layer in this slide. First, translation. Second, encryption, and third, compression. First, translation is a process that running program in two systems are usually exchanged information in form of characters, string, number, and so on. The information must be exchanged to bit stream before being transmitted, because different computers use different encoding systems. The presentation layer is responsible for interoperability between these different encoding methods. The presentation layer at the sender changes the information from its sender dependent format into a common format. The presentation layer at the receiving machine exchange the common format into a receiver dependent format. Encryption. To carry sensitive information, a system must be able to ensure privacy. Encryption means that the sender transforms the original information to another form and send the resulting message out over a network. Description reverses the original process and transform the messages back into its original form. Compression. The data compression is reduced the number of bits contained in the information. Data compression becomes particularly important in the transmission of multimedia such as text, audio, and video. So that's it from today's video. I hope that the presentation layer is clear to you all. We will meet in next video discussing application layer of the OSI model. Thanks for watching.